Yo, what up, how you doing, guys? My name is Sangiev, and today we have yet another pickup video. This time more of a collective one that's happened over the past 2 months rather than one from just a specific event or collection. The one I'm obviously referring to is the Yeezy Season 1, which if you haven't had a chance to look at, click the card above and it will bring you to said video. Kicking things off with the basics, you know what brand I go to when it comes to basics, and that is Uniqlo. And when they announced that they were doing a collaboration with Christophe Lemaire, or just Lemaire in this instance, I was super stoked, not only for the fact that Uniqlo, as I mentioned, provides great basics, but also Lemaire's aesthetic is really simple and clean. He plays a lot with texture and with intricate detailing. So this collaborative effort was definitely one that I was going to pick up some pieces from. On the first drop I did miss out, however to my surprise there was a restock and I managed to grab 2 pieces. They're not exactly the most expensive of pieces, and so if they're still in stock, definitely check them out. The first one being this long sleeve base layered tee. Real simple, real clean, really minimalist piece. It fits great. This is a size medium. The only piece of detailing we have is this large pocket that sits roughly around here, so not quite as high as where your pocket would normally sit, just slightly lower. Buttons, if you want to carry anything. I normally don't put anything in there, I'm going to be honest with you. It looks great under a bomber jacket or a shirt, and the colour is very much on trend. Moving on to our second piece, we've got this black knitted jumper. Once again, real simple with only one key detailing that I appreciate, and hence why I bought it. By the way, this jumper retailed for £25, and I believe the previous shirt that I just showed you retailed for £15. Now if you're like me and you've purchased some crew neck jumpers before, when you wear them with a shirt, you'll often find that the collar sits and then there's a slight gap between the collar and the jumper. Now what this jumper does perfectly is the fact that it has a slightly higher collar, meaning that it takes away that gap and it sits quite uptight against the collar. It makes for a really clean look basically. Black, it came in 3 different colours I believe, or maybe 4. It could have been off-white, navy, and that greeny khaki colour that I showed in the shirt previously. Besides that, there isn't much else to say. It's super soft, it fits great, and that is that for the Uniqlo Lemaire pickups. Moving on from those Uniqlo pieces, we've got 3 pickups from the same place, and this is the Hostem sample sale. Unfortunately, it was held during a weekend that I wasn't in the country. I was in France for my cousin's 21st birthday, and so I told my boy James, once again, massive shout out to you bro, to go there. I mean, he was going to go there anyway to pick up some pieces for himself. He knows what I like anyway, so I told him go there, keep an open mind and pick some things for me. I'll wire you the money. And so he ended up getting 3 pieces for me. So starting off with this shirt, it's from a brand called Mick Heaton, which I'm going to be honest with you, you've never heard of. Then upon doing some research, he's an Australian designer who's based in Antwerp, or moved to Antwerp to finish or do his last collection. And obviously I took into consideration the fact that these were being stocked by Hostem, who held the sample sale. And if you know anything about Hostem, it's a store in Shoreditch, London, and they've got a great selection of clothing from Rick Owens, Yoji, Visvim, Dries, Andy. So if you can add your name into that roster, then you must have something up your sleeve, obviously. So with that being said, it's a really lightweight shirt. Recently, as you guys are aware, I'm really into these lightweight shirts that you can just unbutton a few buttons, wear with a chain, kind of have a loose fitting. It's got 2 pockets at either side. The collar is slightly exaggerated, not in a comical purpose, but it is relatively large in comparison to other shirts. It sits beautifully, guys, and I even tried to tuck it in and wear it, and then it brings me back to those old school era where people had high-waisted trousers and an open shirt. Very, once again, piratey, but I love that shit. It looks great, great colour, it goes well with my skin tone, and it fits absolutely beautiful. And now for the bottoms, we've got a pair of trousers from Andy. I'm not going to bother trying to pronounce the whole name because I know I'll fuck it up. So these are the great trousers. Oh yeah, by the way, in terms of retail prices, obviously due to it being a sample sale, we got them for an absolute bargain. So the shirt that I mentioned previously, I believe retailed for £300. It's currently on sale on the website for £150, if not £200, but we managed to get it at the sample sale for £50. And this pair of trousers retailed for roughly around £500. It's currently on sale for £300 or £250 to £300, and we managed to get it for £100. In my opinion, it's a bargain, but obviously to others, £100 on a pair of trousers might still be a lot of money. but the quality speaks for itself, guys. These guys do not muck about. Great pair of black trousers that sits relatively high on the waist. This is a size medium, so that could be it. I normally go for size small, so I do wear this with a belt. I could get it altered and get it fitted, but I kind of like the look it gives with a belt. It also has this sort of down effect. It's a really thick pair of trousers, which is perfect for the upcoming fall winter. Definitely be looking forward to rocking these with some low cut shoes or trainers, potentially even boots if I give them a roll up. They are cropped, as you'll see on the on body, so they sit relatively high. I cannot stress how thick and down effect these guys have, and I can't wait to bust these out in really cold conditions. Not the ones that you get in England, but more so when I go skiing and when I'm just walking around. These paired up with the 950s would just be perfect. I'll be warm as fuck. Oh yeah, that's the tag. You won't be able to see it from there. Massive shout out to you, James. Thank you, brother. Bam. Here's how it fits. And now we're moving to the final piece from the Hostem sample cell, and it's perhaps the most daring. It's this Mick Heaton pair of trousers in black. Super thick, and that's not due to any stuffing. It's just made of a heavy wool and cashmere blend. I don't know if you guys have been watching my channel long enough, but I've been saying that baggy trousers, or at least more voluptuous trousers, are definitely making a comeback, at least in my opinion. I think they're in about 2, 3, maybe 5 years at a push. Everyone will be back to wearing some baggy trousers. Obviously skinny and slim fitting will still be there. They fit amazing. Once again, high-waisted, as you can tell. So I put them just underneath my belly button. Obviously you can have them even higher, or you can have them lower, sit at your normal waist size. These are a size medium. Super long, obviously that's to create that whole flowing, straight-legged effect. I'm still not too sure as to whether I'm going to get it altered, in the sense that get it slightly shorter so that it's still large and big, but it doesn't trail behind my shoe. The on-body portion I'm wearing in with my black Churches, and they sit perfectly. I tried it on again afterwards with my black Chelsea boots, and oh my god, they fit amazing. Once again, from the designer Mick Heaton, the same guy as from the shirts. This piece really reminds me of the olden days when people would have some high-waisted trousers, really big as well, and like a t-shirt and a shirt, an open shirt. It kind of brings you back to that romantic era. Maybe it might be due to me watching too many period films and dramas, but the way they dressed was awesome. And so definitely glad to have a piece that can kind of recreate that effect. Besides that, in terms of detailing, we've got 3 button enclosures, so 1 that's on show, 2 that's behind. You've got a little ticket pocket here that can fit your like little coins or tickets, 2 pockets at either side, and then 2 pockets in the back, both of which have no buttons, and I haven't yet opened. So that is that for the final Hostem piece. It's a piece that's not going to appeal to everyone, and I completely understand that, but if you want to give it a try, definitely have a look at some high-waisted trousers that are in full cut. Once again, we managed to get it just around £100, and it retailed at 400, so that's 75% off, and here's how it fits. And now we have a piece that you guys would have already seen in the Yeezy 950 waist to wear, and that is these Bottega Veneta brown trousers. Absolutely amazing, guys. I was super stoked to find these. So I went to Bicester Village with my friend, did some shopping. I couldn't find anything. Went to Bottega Veneta, found these. These were actually a size 54, which is almost like the equivalent of an extra, so double XL, when I usually take a size small. So I called up my tailor while in shop, and I was like, listen man, I've got a pair of trousers, they're super big. Can we do anything about it? Can we alter it without it looking idiotic, basically? So I sent him the pictures of how it looked on me. We spoke about placing some pleats, and so I bought it. Originally retailed at £650, and I got them for 50 quid, which is an absolute bargain. Went straight to my tailors, and we had to basically take a lot of the body out, get them really shortened, and obviously work around the waist. So we tried it the first time around with pleats. It didn't look too great in my opinion, and so I was like, I'm not really feeling the pleats. And so he said, okay, forget the pleats, let's just add some darts in, it'll keep it clean, and then it'll fit great as well. Did that, and now we have these trousers. I'm going to show you the on body anyway, so you can see how the front looks. Got a cuff at the bottom. Try to buy things that fits you at the waist, and if you do come across an absolute bargain like this one, give a call to your tailor, especially if it's trustworthy and you respect his work, blah blah blah. give him a call, see if that's doable. If he says yes, then by all means do it. Really great piece featuring some amazing fabric. It's really breathable. It's not exactly lightweight because it does have some thickness to it. Beautiful colour, one that I think you'll be able to wear a lot of throughout the fall, winter and next season, which is another tip I can give you. When you buy clothing, just always think ahead of current season and the future seasons, and obviously what it can go with in your wardrobe. Second to last piece, guys, so we're nearly done. We've got a shirt from Dries Van Noten. Beautiful shirt in this jacquard print, I think that's how you pronounce it. We got it from the corner. It's a quick story behind it. James actually bought it for himself in a size 46. Tried it on, unfortunately was too big. I tried it on, I usually prefer a size 48, but with the close cuts of this, it fits like just about perfectly. Absolutely beautiful. It does have that kimono effect with the two strings. You can tie it up, you can wear it open as I'm showcasing it in the on body with a t-shirt underneath. It features this shawl colour that goes around. It was purchased from the website The Corner. The only thing that might get altered is the length of the sleeves. As you can see, I've given it a roll up around the cuff just because it fits slightly on the longer side. So it's a beautiful piece, super happy to have it, so thank you, James. I'm sorry it didn't fit you, but it fits me. And oh, also 2 pockets at either side. You can look real fancy with just one hand down the pocket, which I believe is again something I've done in the on body. Boom, still has the tag, Dries Van Noten. And finally, the last piece is also the heaviest. It is this beautiful Shearling jacket that I bought from a vintage store in Paris. As some of you may know, I went to France over the weekend and there is this vintage store that I always check out once I'm there. It's called Richie Vintage. It's by Saint-Ouen in the 93rd district, I believe. It's got a beautiful selection. The guy who owns it is super cool, real humble dude, and he's always willing to share some stories behind it. So my obsession with Shearling jackets started when I had one from Zara many years ago. Unfortunately, I outgrew it, and ever since I've been looking for a proper real vintage Shearling jacket. I went to Richie Vintage roughly a year and a half ago, came across this beautiful one. It retailed for 300 euros. I didn't have any money, or at least I didn't have enough money to buy it then. I was like, I'm definitely going to come back at some point and try to get one from here, because I know that he buys a lot of Shearling jackets, especially around these sort of times. It's really heavy, so I am going to put it down in a second to just talk about it, but just to give you a quick glimpse as to how it looks. This is from the 40s or 50s, he said. Amazing. It does obviously have some distressing. Me and him agreed on the fact that clothes just have something more beautiful when there's a story behind it and when it already comes with history. I don't necessarily agree with that for all clothing, but when it comes to outerwear, I definitely think that is true. This is a size large. It could potentially even be extra large. As you see on the body, it's really oversized, but I kind of wanted that. When paired up with just a shirt or a t-shirt underneath, it just looks so sick. Real Shearling detailing, super soft. It goes through the entire body, so guaranteed to keep you warm for the fall winter. It's got 2 little belt detailings on top, so you can shut it completely if you were going through some extremely cold conditions. The tag unfortunately broke, but for a vintage piece that's kind of expected. This jacket retailed at 300 euros, but he did remember me from last year since we had a long conversation, and we still had a long conversation this time. So he was able to knock off 100 euros off me, so I ended up buying it for 200 euros, which worked out to 150 quid. It's a crazy piece that I definitely intend on wearing a lot, so here's how it fits. And so that concludes this collective pickup video for the month of November. It's probably not going to be the title, but it was filmed in November, and so I'm just throwing it out there. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hope you guys have drawn some inspiration. Potentially you might find some pieces that you liked and that you're now going to try and buy the exact same, or at least the replication, in your local retailers. If you have any suggestions for future videos, then let me know in the comment section down below. I'm trying to hit that 5,000 subscribers mark by the end of this year, so hopefully if we all make a big push towards it, me providing the content and you sharing the videos, then we can get that number. But with that being said, that is pretty much it for me. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content, share, subscribe, all that other jazz. Have a beautiful day, take care, peace. Look, I attempted to create a smart approach to it, and let's be honest, you won't really be able to wear these to a smart event, but you can definitely